him after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run with a rookie second-rounder. It's J.K. Dobbins. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're running. Ingram. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
He'll let this go for the end zone, and that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Colts 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 48, Mike 48. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's good.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kaepernick now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Baltimore.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off.
Jackson.
He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the second down throw on target. Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
That's good.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
Cook on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Now Kaepernick. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of 10.
Jackson to Boykin, 1st down Baltimore. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And a Raven 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's third down.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Kaepernick. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got this down to the 35.
Naheem.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
48 smart. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, look 48. Look, hey, we gonna fight the 48, right? Easy, easy, easy. 36, 36.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. from the gun, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's back to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
17-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dalvin Cook with time running out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 14. Rigoberto Sanchez.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
The Raven first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
48 for Mike. You're not ready. 48 to Mike.
What can Kaepernick do now with his drive? Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
Here we go. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Fresno. Check.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Is a turnover on downs.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this game will remain tied. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often.